My name is Ryan Roberts, and this is about where I would normally sit, and this is my story. About 7.5 years ago, on July 5th, 2004, I was on my way to work. I didn't normally take my motorcycle, but the 4th was on a Sunday, so the 5th was a holiday, and there weren't going to be many people on the road that day, so I figured why not. Last couple of things I remember were thinking, wow, that wall's getting close, I'm not going to be able to get out of this. I remember hitting the wall and my bike starting to wobble. And I remember trying to stand up, which wasn't really going to work because my leg was up by my shoulder. Went up into a guardrail and pretty much took my leg off on the road. I lost nearly 80% of my blood laying on the freeway. Shattered both bones in my arm, broke almost every bone in my hand. First person to stop for me was an off-duty fireman. Took my belt off, wrapped around my leg as a tourniquet to slow the bleeding. Second person was a nurse on her way to Stanford, and the third person was a doctor on vacation from Virginia. So needless to say, God was watching out for me. I couldn't have planned for a better group of people to have stopped for me, and only by the grace of God am I still here. So after my accident, I was only in the hospital for a total of 3 weeks. The first week, I was in a medically induced coma just because of the amount of pain that I would have been in. The first couple of things I remember when I was waking up is just not really knowing what was going on, or even that I didn't have a leg. And when I did find out, I remember my dad coming in and just asking me, how you doing with this? And one of the first thoughts in my head was, I'm going to be in a wheelchair, I'm not going to be able to walk again. And my dad just said, oh no, you'll be up, they got prosthetics, you'll be up and moving again. And from that point, it was just like, oh, okay, well let's get this show on the road, let's get going, and just getting back to everything I was doing before. I got married and have a beautiful wife and two beautiful daughters, and one of the things that was neat that I was able to do was I was able to just swing dance at my wedding. I've gone snowboarding. I ride a bicycle to work regularly. I even got back on a motorcycle around a parking lot just to see if I still could. I remember a couple years ago I was fixing something up on the roof of my house, and one of my wife's friends was over, and she said to my wife, does he realize he only has one leg? I think it was incredibly fortunate, and just seeing God's grace in the whole process of, I never went through that point of major depression. I don't understand, and I don't always know why God allows things to happen, but I know that through my accident that God has something major in store for me because I'm still here. I know one of the things right now is just the amount of people I'm able to talk to and witness to through this. I wear shorts all the time, and it's obvious that one of my legs is not real. And just because of that, I have people come up to me and say, hey, what happened? And I just get to share my story of God's grace and how He saved me from everything that I went through, and how I shouldn't still be here, but how He's kept me here. And I think that's part of the reason that I am still here, is just so I can continue to spread God's love through what He did for me through my accident.